Morning everybody. This short video is just to show people that have never been fishing before and are coming over to Redbridge Lakes, have just joined as a member and they want to come here and do a bit of fishing. And I'm going to try and do this in one long video, but we'll see how it goes. But we have got other little videos on the site which show more detailed parts about this. But this will go. So let's see how it goes. So first of all, when you come here, you need to buy yourself what we call a rig, and that is your float, line, hook and shots, and it's all on a little winder. Okay, so one of these will cost you a £5, and you'll need a plummet, which is £1, and you'll need a disgorger, which is £1. Okay, that is all the kit that you need to buy, apart from a few maggots. In this fridge is your pot, and we're going to get a pot full of maggots, and that costs £1.50. There's also bits of corn and things about if you can't handle maggots. So here we are, a rig, a disgorger, a plummet and some maggots. That's all you need to buy. Right, follow me. So here we have some short poles that we've got that you can borrow. You can buy them if you like, but you can borrow these and we don't charge for you to borrow them. These ones I've made up, they've got a little bit of elastic on the inside so that if you catch a big fish, the elastic pulls out, it's less chance of breaking your line. And we've got some landing nets here. So you're going to need one of these. So if you get a big fish, you've got one to help you get it out. And then you need somewhere to fish. If you've never fished here before, I recommend that you want to fish right out the front, because if you haven't fished before, there's always people about that can probably help you out, get out of trouble if you get into trouble. So, always do before I set up, just put a few maggots and I'll throw them into the water to get the fish coming around whilst I'm getting my stuff sorted out. And I'm going to put this rig on the pole. There's a special knot which I've actually shown on a different video which helps you put the line on, and at the end of the day you can pull that little loop and you can take it off and wind it back on your winder at the end of the day to take it home, so you can use it again next time. So next time you come, all you got to do is buy a bit of bait, because you've got your disgorger and your plummet. So that goes on there like that. Here's our rig. Put your winder somewhere safe, right in your pocket, so you're going to need that later. And here's your plummet. We're going to put the plummet on the hook through that bit. Don't forget to stick it in the cork, otherwise the plummet will fall off. And what we do with this is we lower it into the water where we're going to fish, where we put our maggots, which is about there, and check the depth of the water. So I can see that, I can feel the plummets hit the bottom of the water there, and it's about 18 inches over depth. So I've got to bring this float down to the depth that we want to fish. It's about there. And so I've got other videos online you can watch to give you this a bit more in detail. But now I've plumbed it over under depth. I just got to push it up a little bit more. So we want to get it so the hook is just sitting on the bottom. So that's it, that's about dead right. So that's it. Smashing. So we'll take the plumb it off. That's your other bit of toolkit. And this little gadget I'll show you quickly is if you get a fish on the hook and you can't see the hook because it's gone right down inside its mouth like that. Okay, you've got this little gadget here that you can wrap around the line, push it down, and it pushes a hook out for you. So again, I'll show you a bit more instruction on how to use that on another video. That's all the tackle you need. You've got your landing net at the ready. If you've got kids with you, they're going to want to dip that landing net in the water and they're going to want to try and catch a fish with a net. If you allow them to do that, they're going to scare all the other fish that are in the water away. So try and keep the net out of the water, and that's going to catch you more fish. So there you go, put the net to one side. Keep throwing a few maggots in the water in the spot where you want to catch them. Your fish will be where you throw the maggots. They won't be anywhere else. Any fish that are feeding will be where you put your bait. It sounds obvious, but I do see anglers throwing maggots all over the lake, which means they disperse all their fish all over the lake and limit their chances from 100 to 1 to 1,000 to 1. So here we go, we're going to put a maggot on the hook, just one maggot, and make sure we just get it hooked through the skin so it wriggles on the hook nicely. If you stab it in the middle, not only will you kill the maggot, you'll have no hook left to hook your fish with. So, and then we're going to cast it out. Nice gentle cast. And hopefully, if you can see, can you see the float on the camera? Oh, that's good. Hopefully, we'll get a bite. And if we get a bite, then what you have to do, you sort of strike up like that. So it's just a little jerk. You haven't got to go up in there like that and take the fish into orbit. You just want to, just a little tiny jerk, and just enough to penetrate the hook into the fish. And you never know, we might get a bite straight away for the sake of the video. If not, we have to wait a bit. That's the patience bit of it. Right, here we go. And see if we're going to get a bite any minute, I think. That's a bite. Yes. Yes. That's a little roach. And we're going to, that's a rudd. And bring the fish under the net, lift it up. Really, really important this. If you've got the fish in the net, you're not going to drop it on the floor. So, when you unhook your fish, make sure it's over the net. So, if when you unhooked it and you drop it, it drops in the net. It doesn't drop on its head and kills it. If you want to photograph a fish, hold the fish over the net. Don't hold it up against your jumper, because not only you'll get slime on your jumper, what will happen, you'll take all the protective slime off of the fish. So again, you don't use rags to hold the fish with. So use your nice wet slimy hands and use the rag to wipe the slime off your hands with. And that's it. And then you can put the fish back. You can either put it back gently with your hand, or if you put it in the water like that and just drop it out, and away you go. That's it. You're fishing. That's all you need to know.